Alright, hey guys, what's up? And welcome to another version of Feeling the Spirit Barbecue. I was at Sam's Club the other day looking for anything to make during quarantine, and they had a package of beef cheeks, and I've never made beef cheeks before, but they looked great. If you look at them, I don't know if anybody's seen them, but a lot of marbling, just dark red, good looking meat. So I bought a pack of them, said, all right, what can we do with these? I know beef cheek tacos, whatever. So we're gonna play around with these today. This will be my first time. We'll see what we can do with them. First thing I noticed is, okay, so this is one pack. It comes in 4 chunks, and they're all just mangled looking things with a lot of fat. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get these trimmed up, and we'll go from there. Okay, that was a pain in the ass. Like I said, I've never done these before, and that is just a tangled mess of silver skin and fat. You can see, I mean, I probably could have saved like little chunks of meat, but this is everything that I cut off of here. Like, this piece has got some meat on it, but that whole back is like silver skin. And so I don't know, there's probably a better way to do it, but it makes sense why people just shred these, because when you get done, this is all you've got. Like, that's a little piece, and there's still, like, you could trim some more. That's the biggest piece I've got right there. So I'm sure these are gonna render down when I smoke them. Like, that's just a little thin, nothing. So that makes sense. So what we're gonna do is we'll season these up, and we're gonna put some rub on it. I'm gonna do it a little bit different than I do beef. Instead of coffee, I'm gonna add a little chili powder to it. So basically salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, a little paprika, some chili powder. Make it more like for taco seasoning, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I don't know if that was worth the trouble. Hopefully it is. We're gonna find out, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna season these up, get rid of all this stuff. All right, for this rub, I'm gonna use some pepper. We're gonna do about 1 part pepper, 1 part kosher salt. We're gonna do half a part of the rest. So half a part of garlic, half a part of smoked paprika. And when I say part, like, I'm using about 3/4 of this as 1 part. So it's kind of eyeballing it. You can make it whatever you want. Half a part of chili powder. And we'll mix that up. I can see right now, I'm gonna want more black pepper. So, this just shows you how scientific barbecue is. You just eyeball it and go through this really quick. All right, cool. Those are rubbed up good enough. You can see, got them pretty covered. Maybe add a little bit more. I've got a little bit of stuff left if I need to touch them up. The way we're going to do these is we're going to smoke them for a little bit, and then I'm going to braise them. So they'll go on for a little bit. I'll show you how I braise it. We're going to set the smoker up. I'm going to cook it at 250. We'll get the braising liquid all ready, and we're going to put that in there separate so it stays warm and kind of cook. So when we decide to transfer these over, that braising liquid's all warm, and we'll go for there. These are definitely a pain to trim up. If you've done competition chicken thighs, like, imagine that, but just everything is tougher. So you got to have a really sharp knife. Mine's not, so it was a little more work and a lot of trimming. But I mean, it's good red marbled meat, so I'm hoping it turns out really well. I'm gonna go get the smoker set up, and we'll see you out there. All right, guys. Traeger is about up to temp. So we're gonna get these things thrown on here, and like I say, we're gonna kind of pile them up, get them kind of bunched up. I don't want them super thin. I'm gonna kind of keep on pile like these are little chunks, real thin chunks. So we'll keep those over there. This one over here, gonna keep them off the center because this is kind of the hot spot of the Traeger, and we'll let those get going and get cooking. I've never really talked about it, but I'm using Pit Boss. They're all natural pellets. Sometimes I use the competition blend. I get these at Walmart. They're super cheap and they work well. Never had any flame outs or anything. So people wonder if you have to use Traeger pellets. Doesn't matter. I use these. They work great. Now we're going to use this pan. We're going to go put our braising liquid in this pan and get it going so we can set it in here. Alright, we're going to make this braising liquid. I've got my pan that just had all the meat rubbed in it, so it's got a little bit of the seasoning and stuff in there. We're just going to use some beef broth, and we're going to pour this in. Probably about 3/4 of this bottle. And we're going to add some sherry. We're going to put in about 1/2 cup. That in there, and an onion. I diced up an onion right here. Let's see, we're gonna throw that in there, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this up and go put it out on the smoker so it starts to heat, and it'll start to break down those onions a little bit and stay warm, and that way when we, in a couple hours after we've smoked that, got the smoke on those beef cheeks, we'll put it in there. It won't be like a shock. This will all be warm and it'll just continue to cook. So we're gonna get this wrapped and get it out on the smoker too. All right, these have been cooking for about 3 hours. Let's see, definitely got good color, good bark to it. Actually, it's in the sunlight, looking pretty good, nice and tender, but still firm. And we're gonna throw them in this braising liquid. Finish off. You see, we got those other ones. They're in there. Those are nice and tender. So let's get these in here. Close that up and let them finish. I'm gonna slap some wings on too at the same time. All right, cool. All right, these have been wrapped for a bit now. We're gonna check this internal temperature. Nice and soft. Alright, that's good. That's about where we want those. So these are about ready. We're gonna pull these off and let them rest for a little bit, and then we'll show you how we put together some tacos. Okay, these have been resting for about 30 minutes, and we're gonna pull these out, and you can just see it's just nice and tender. It just pulls apart there, and you just kind of pull this. Let's try a taste. Oh yeah, that's really good. And you can either chop it or pull it. We're gonna kind of a little bit of a chop on that. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I guess it is kind of like a brisket point, is what it tastes like. Just do a little chop like this, and then take a little bit of this sauce. I've got some in here that I kind of heated up and thickened up. Mix that around with it. Mix that all up. Take our little, got some tortillas that you just kind of fry, get them a little thick. Put a little meat on there. something like that. Get some pico. And then we got a little bit of some tomatillo type sauce. Just kind of drizzle that on. And you got beef cheek tacos. Right, come try one. Have my oldest daughter Riley here. Let her try one. I'll try one. You can take that one.
Oh.
Alright, you ready?
Oh yeah. It's so soft.
Hey, it's really soft. Like, you almost don't even know that it's in there.
Mm-hmm. Like melts.
Yeah,
that's
that's
good
good.
stuff.
I would
That's
go
really good.
beef cheek tacos. Like I said, you can eat it plain, eat a taco, whatever. Nice and messy. A lot of work, but pretty dang good.
Pretty damn good.
Pretty dang good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it'll eat. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. If you try it, leave a comment, whatever. If you have any recommendations, ask us to do something. Put it on there, we'll give it a try. And we'll see you next time. Later.
That's good.
That's good.